later. Yo, what is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 361. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Carlos Romero.
Yo.
Adam Vale.
What's up?
And Brian Manjoma.
My name is actually Steve.
Yo, we've been calling you Brian this whole time, man. Yeah. You know. Oh, Adam, you got to bring up the Bebop Peru again, man. Adam just showed us this. He got his own vapor rub, you know.
Yo, man.
That's the real shit. That came from New York, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And then if your kids don't want to sleep, you take them out, put it right across their eyelids.
Yo.
Open it, burns.
You know.
Those eyes closed.
That's what's up. Oh, Piggy Dan, man, thank you for the bits, brother. Ooh, I got to get all my overlay shit up. Hope everybody's having a good evening, had a good week, and all that other jazz, you know. By the way, real quick, I got to give a shout out to the fans in the chat, in Discord specifically, man. Because of my job, I don't actually have time to look at the gaming news anymore, right? So all that shit you guys been posting throughout the week helps me out a ton, man. So anything you want on the show, I mean, keep doing what you're doing, but like anything specifically you want to toss it in, you know, newsworthy, and I'll probably consider it, man. Like, yo, especially this week, I didn't realize how much shit was popping, you know? All this Kotick stuff, you know, crazy, you know. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to the fans, man. Thanks for keeping me in the loop. I mean, here's the thing. I always use the Discord, chat to see what news I should look up, but like now it's even more important. So shout out to you guys, man. Couple things here. No E-Man Land. He is currently at Anime NYC. I believe it's starting tomorrow, but. You know, he couldn't do it tonight. He's actually in New York right now. He didn't fucking tell me, by the way. I'm like, bro, I could have met you after work, baby. You know, but nope.
But he brought it up on Sunday. He did mention on the show.
Yeah, but I thought it was next week, man. You know. What's up?
So, quick, random question. So you're only going to the office 3 times a week, right?
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I could go more if I want, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. Working out pretty well, actually. Okay, so I'm looking at his Twitter right here. What table is he at?
Let's see something.
He doesn't. Oh, he's at. Okay, so if you're at Anime NYC at Jacob Javits Center, go to table. Looks like I1. And yeah, because it's not an L, like unless it's lowercase L, you know. I1 and go check out Manny's art. Go give him money, you know. We could all use that.
Give him money.
You know.
Give him money. Give him money.
Oh man, because the first topic story here is the Bobby Kotick shit. I wanted Chris to be here for this one, man, because he is not a fan of Bobby Kotick. But we're gonna go into it, man. And this is something I have to personally catch up on because I don't know all the specifics, so you guys will help me fill in the gaps here. But turns out, from this is what I understood earlier this week, Washington, what was it, the Washington Post or Wall Street Journal? Wall Street Journal. Yeah. Wall Street Journal. They posted this report. Basically accusing of Bobby Kotick of not only knowing about a bunch of harassment stuff that was going on in Activision for years, but of also harassing himself, harassing women, and after that, shit went crazy. Employees are like demanding that he leaves. Shareholders are also demanding that he leaves. And we even got our boy Jim Ryan, man, saying something about him, and Phil Spencer. So, yeah, so there's a lot of ground to cover, man. So, if you guys will help me out with the details, let me know, man. Carlos, how did this whole thing start? I don't know how. Oh, there's Chris. Perfect. So, Chris, I was just giving the people a rundown of, setting up the whole Bobby Kotick thing. But like I said, I haven't been here to look at all the details. So, if you could tell us how this all started with the Wall Street Journal piece, and we'll jump in from there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the gist of it is that he's been covering up a lot of improprieties, and I guess there was someone he had threatened to kill. So that was one of the things. Some of possibly executive members.
It's like a flight attendant who says she was being harassed by the pilot on their private plane, and
that's right. I mean,
enter or some shit.
There's probably other stuff too, because they mentioned that I don't know if it was executives or board members, whoever, that he was covering up basically sexual assault
Yeah.
going on there. I mean, at that high level of the company, and so Blizzard was just the tip of the iceberg, man. It goes all the way up to him. So that's going to be crazy when that's going to get adjudicated at some point. It has to.
Yeah, I'm wondering. He's good. He's lining up his lawyers right now. But yeah, so I set that up how, like, he knew about this stuff. He wasn't saying anything. He was also harassing women, and then obviously that's led to employees and shareholders, and even Phil Spencer, and these guys like they don't want to deal with Activision anymore. So I'm like, this is really ballooning into something big.
Absolutely, you don't want that bad press, and also like Phil Spencer doesn't need Activision, right?
No.
He bought Bethesda. They have Halo. He could just be like, "Yeah, we're done. We're not. I don't even want this game on Xbox at this point. Fuck Battlefield. Fuck all this stuff. Like, you just don't want."
Call of Duty.
Well, Battlefield's
sorry,
on EA. Call of Duty.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
we don't want Vanguard. We don't want any of that shit.
By the way, you heard about Vanguard, and I believe this is a direct result of this. Free to play this weekend. I've never heard that for a Call of Duty game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like,
free to play. Yeah, they've done free
like
to play.
After launch that quickly.
Not this close. No.
Yeah.
But remember what I brought up before, that they noticed this 44% drop in sales on physical and digital.
That's probably why.
So this is a really slow start, and I finished the campaign last night, and it's like a big. I mean, it went backwards. It definitely took, and I get it. It's not the same studio that pulled together the other one, but they all worked on this one. And remember, the Cold War had the multiple endings. It had dialogue choices. They were really changing things up. Not this. Everything is just straight, on rails, streamlined. Even when they sort of tease you in the group, and they're like, all right, I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to do that. I'm like, all right, do I get... No. I'm going with the captain, and we're going over here, and that's just the way it is. I'm like, oh, man, they sound like they were going to have more fun than I was. It sucks. It sucks that that's the route that they went with it. So right now, I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. It's fun. It's Shooter Man 5000. It's awesome. But it went two steps back. It definitely didn't really evolve from the other one. And multiplayer's still good. Multiplayer, if you like Call of Duty, it's there. Zombies is the next thing before I do my review. I just got to really put some time into zombies. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to Kotick, I want to read some of the statements here. By the employees. It's called the ABK Workers Alliance. It's a group of Activision Blizzard workers formed in response to the company's treatment of its employees. I'm reading this from Kotaku. So the first statement here says, we, the undersigned, no longer have confidence in the leadership of Bobby Kotick as the CEO of Activision Blizzard. The information that has come to light about his behaviors and practices in the running of our companies runs counter to the culture and integrity we require of our leadership and directly conflicts with the initiatives started by our peers. We ask that Bobby Kotick remove himself as CEO of Activision Blizzard and that shareholders be allowed to select the new CEO without the input of Bobby, who we are aware owns a substantial portion of the voting rights of the shareholders. And these people are putting their names to it. It's not just like X or whatever. Like, they're actually putting their name in. Apparently, it's 12% of the workforce of Activision Blizzard who have signed this petition to, telling Bobby, yo, resign yourself, bro.
Well, and there's this quote from the Strategic Organizing Center Investment Group.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this guy, the executive director, he was calling out names. He said, after the new revelations, it's clear that the current leadership repeatedly failed to uphold a safe workplace, a basic function of their job. Activision Blizzard needs a new CEO, board chair, and lead independent director with expertise, skill set, and conviction. But it's funny, he called out, besides Kotick, he called out the board chair and the independent director. So what do those guys know, right? Why not just say, hey, the executive leadership at Activision needs to change. He didn't.
Yeah.
He called out specific people.
Carlos.
You called up Carlos?
Carlos. Yeah, Carlos. Secession. This is it. This is happening.
This is the same thing. This shit's happening in the TV show.
Yep. That's it.
He Bobby Kotick has the ego of a fucking, I don't know, man. It's fucking ridiculous because all he can do is, why doesn't he recuse himself from being CEO? He'll still be
Yeah.
the largest one of the largest shareholders, at least the largest individual one.
It's
and he
pride.
can still be part of
That's
the board.
it. He doesn't want them to win. He would see this as a loss, and I could see him in one of these boardrooms. Oh no.
Yeah, he wants to keep that power, you know.
Adam, look at
Yeah, he's getting fucked up right now.
you froze Adam. That's why.
Yeah, he froze out.
But yeah, it's Bobby Kotick has had
Something's up.
Yeah, check your shit, man.
Bobby Kotick has had a trail of just bad practices in and out of. It's just not even of these kinds of things that we're talking about right now. It's just, he's had a bad track record in his the last decade plus. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's not looking good. Activision stock has been down, I think, throughout the whole year.
How much money you lost?
No, I don't invest. Yeah. Ever since they fucked with Heroes of the Storm, I'm like, I'm never gonna.
Oh yeah, Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And the crazy thing about what Chris mentioned is the whole Phil Spencer stuff. Like, and Jim Ryan, they didn't have to say anything. They didn't have to do anything. They just, I think this is one of those things where everyone just expected this to come eventually. So whenever it did come to its head, it's like, yeah, we're ready to move away. Like, obviously it's completely different situations, but that Hollywood guy, I forgot that producer's name, but whenever the shit came up with him, everyone was ready. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Weinstein. Yeah.
When he did his thing, everyone was like everyone knew what the fuck this guy was about.
Yeah.
But then when all the allegations came out, it's like, yeah, everyone was just ready to move on with this dude. And it looks like the same thing has happened with Kotick. It's just should have just happened fucking faster. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it sucks for if it's true with the death accusation. That's the death threat. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, and I'm glad you say that if it's true, because obviously we don't know what's really happening. These are just accusations, and this is America. You're innocent until proven guilty. But the evidence that we are seeing is pretty damning. But again, with Bob, I'm not trying to say anything, but like you said, Carlos, Bobby Kotick has never presented himself in a good light. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, the whole thing with Phil Spencer, he was like, yo. He's like, we got to reevaluate our relationship, and like Chris said, Xbox don't need them. PlayStation doesn't either. Let's just be real,
Yeah, they need PlayStation and Xbox more than those other consoles need them.
Yeah, so, right there. It's like, why, dude, just resign, man. You're still going to be a large shareholder anyway,
And Phil Spencer's rejection of this whole situation also speaks to Microsoft in general. Remember, he's not just speaking for Xbox. He's speaking for Xbox. He's speaking for Microsoft. That means he's speaking for PC, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and they would too. I'm sure Microsoft would make a bigger statement like, yeah, we don't condone this, babe, whatever. Activision's, we're done with you, So they could that's it. That's the end of your revenue stream. If Xbox and PC kick you to the curb, you don't have a prayer.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Activision's about, all right, Bobby, you got to go, brother. Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing is that, so the shareholders have voting rights for the board, right? They vote on the board. So if the shareholders come together and say, hey, I guess they've already put this thread out. They said if he does not step down, and specifically the guy's name, the board chair, and the independent, the lead independent director, if they do not step down by the end of the calendar year, the shareholders will not vote for re-election of any current board member, which means the whole board gets wiped out, right?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
So it's crazy. So basically, it's like, hey, if you don't go, then the whole board goes.
Man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't understand, just from the Activision point of view, what upside is there to have Bobby Kotick still at the helm? There's just no incentive anymore.
Yeah, no, there isn't. Like, the guy's clearly a liability, He's going to... I mean, you have the two heads of the biggest console out there is like saying, yeah, we're reevaluating our relationship. That guy needs to go. You know.
And it's like like no one even at the worst. At the worst, he gets shipped off, or he resigns and everything. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he's not a bad guy, quote unquote.
At this point,
he's still a fucking billionaire at this point.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say even if he didn't do any of this stuff, it still looks bad, man. You know, it's like you're right. It's like okay, he has his money, right? And Activision would be better off with him, at least optically. So why not leave? You know, or force them out somehow. But I don't know. This whole situation is really fucked up. I've never seen anything like this where like the big two in this case are like, yo, fuck this shit. You don't want to deal with you, you know? So I don't know what's going to happen. So obviously we're going to keep on top of this, but it's like, bruh, this is crazy.
Bowser at?
Yeah, Bowser, right? Yeah. Well, you know, Nintendo. Do we even have any Activision games that can switch hold? I mean, they have Apex Legends, right? That's Activision, right? Or is that?
That's EA.
That's EA. These fucking companies are blending it to one for me. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what does Activision have? They have World of Warcraft, right? They have.
They have World of Warcraft,
Call of Duty. You know.
StarCraft, Call of Duty. Those games. EA has all the FIFA and Madden and Battlefield and those types of. I mean, and then Apex Legends. Apex Legends is developed by the former guys that made
Call of Duty, right?
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Respawn.
Titanfall. Respawn. There you go.
Ain't that something, man? So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on this, but it is fucking wild, dude. You know,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and
don't buy Activision
Wall Street
stock.
Journal.
Yeah, it's a Wall Street Journal. That's right. It wasn't a gaming publication that did
exactly.
this. Yeah, so this came from Wall Street. All the gaming publications had to take their leads off of them. You know.
Yeah. So I mean, and with the whole thing with Phil Spencer, it leaked. I guess someone leaked it, or maybe Xbox directly told someone to leak it, and Bloomberg reported on it, and then Xbox confirmed the Bloomberg report.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, really? Okay,
they
so
wanted
to
make.
Yeah.
They wanted to make sure that got heard.
Yeah.
Sound like
Damn. All right, man. Anything else you guys want to say about this? I think that's it.
I think everything that needed to be said. Chris mentioned a lot of good points. Adam mentioned a lot of good points, but we just couldn't understand them.
Well, I love it how this guy would cry all the time about all the memes. You know, people would put
I remember that
on him, all that shit. He would cry like a little bitch. Like, yeah, you earned that. That's the least of what you earned.
Yeah,
like, being an asshole.
Man, Bobby Kotick, man. All right, what's up, Brian?
Just for the record, I've hated Bobby Kotick for years, so that's why I'm not saying anything, because at this point I can't hate him more. So,
yeah, I mean, go ahead.
I've reached the point where it's like my hate for him is like at maximum, and it just can't get any more. So it's like, yeah, I'm not surprised that this is happening, because it's what rich people do. They just act like assholes. So, but yeah, I am really fascinated to see how this all falls out. Like, does he stay on the board? Does he get voted out? Does the whole board get voted out? Like, does Activision crumble to the ground? Like, is like a whole industry like blacklist of Activision in the future? I have no idea, but I'm fascinated to see what turns out.
Yeah, because we've already heard calls to like boycott Activision, like pretty much the entire year. You know, it's been like pretty bad for a while now, but this seems like it's coming to a head one way or another. But I don't see Activision like folding. I think Kotick's gonna probably get pushed out, you know, one way or another. That's the way it seems, you know. But this shit is crazy. And like Brian said, yeah, if you listen to Throwdown, you know we've never been fans of this guy to begin with, you know. So we're not gonna be crying any tears, you know. But again, give him his day in court. He deserves that. But yeah, we'll keep on top of it for sure. Very interesting story, man. But potentially very disturbing, you know, if these things are true. All right, moving on. Something a little bit less contentious here. Xbox 20th anniversary, man. They had a big celebration. I believe it was on Tuesday, and a bunch of stuff was revealed. Did any of you guys get to catch that?
I did not.
All right.
No, I just caught the most important news, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So I'm reading this off of, it's called purexbox.com. They actually listed all the main things that happened. So we'll run through them one by one. But I don't know how much context we could throw in there since we didn't see this stuff. But first thing here is there's going to be a 6-part documentary on the history of Xbox that's launching in December. Okay. That's cool. Let's read about that a little bit more. So what are we going to get? Are they going to talk about Don Madrick? You know?
Oh man.
And I'm reading this from the same site. The Xbox 20th anniversary event kicked off on today. What day was that? Monday. My bad, Monday. With Microsoft straight up announcing a 6-part in-depth documentary that dives into the making of the very first video game console and beyond. That's going to be cool because there was a lot of interesting stories in the making of the first Xbox. You know. I believe the name of the program is called Power On. Power On features interviews with lots of the leading figures involved in the original Xbox creation, and from what was shown at the 20th anniversary event, we can look forward to a deep dive that goes behind the scenes and reveals the quote-unquote chaos involved in bringing the original machine to life and convincing the money men at Microsoft that this idea could succeed. If you remember back then, Microsoft was like, why are we doing a gaming console? It makes no fucking sense, you know? They had to kind of, convince them otherwise. This is also where the name Xbox came from. So it was originally called the Direct Xbox until they changed it to something that was more 2000s-ish. Xbox Extreme. What else does it say here? With an Emmy Award-winning team involved in the process, the likes of Gears of War, Forza Halo, and more all flashing up in the montage we were shown, there's sure to be a must-watch bit of telly. Are these guys British? For Xbox fans when it releases on a variety of streaming services, including YouTube on December 13th. So there you go. If you want to get your Xbox history on, check that out. I'm gonna check this out. That sounds actually pretty dope. What about the rest of you guys? Interested in that? That sounds cool to me.
Yeah, and it's definitely British.
Yeah. Oi.
No American can say telly and not look like a freaking fool.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I would have written that, I would have had in parentheses, I'm sorry.
my bad.
Yeah, my bad,
I feel British today.
Yeah, oi. All right. We have next bit of news here. Xbox adds 76 games to backwards compatibility, including Time Splitters, Max Payne, and Star Wars. Okay, that's cool. I am not going to read all the... Damn, that's a lot of fucking games.
Yeah, it was a ton.
I'll read some. I think we got a question about this for the question show about Def Jam. It's like, dude, they're gonna put Def Jam. You know how much money that shit would cost with royalties, But we do have 50 Cent Blood in the Sand, which I heard was actually a really good game. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tying it back together because G4 came back, right? And I remember on XPlay, Adam Sessler was like, "This game is like surprisingly good. What's going on here?" And even Karen Ferrer was saying the same thing.
It's just one of those games where it's like it felt like 50 Cent is hot right now, so let's just do a tie-in game real quick, like Shaq Fu kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And nope, the game actually worked.
Yeah, because there was one 50 Cent game that came out, and he was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" So then he was more directly involved with this one because he's a gamer, I remember because this game came out around the same time as Resident Evil 5, right? And one of the complaints about Resident Evil 5 was that you couldn't move and shoot, and Kevin Pereira was like, "Hey, 50 can move and shoot. Why can't Chris Redfield?" Oh man! So let me just run through some highlights here. Oh, Carlos, they got Advent Rising. Remember that fucking game?
Damn, I never played that game. Did you play that?
No, I didn't play, but that was one of those games that was like so hyped up, and it was like the cyberpunk of its day,
Yeah.
Just overhyped.
Those Warzone days.
Yeah, the Warzone days. Yeah, Advent Rising was kind of like the Mass Effect before Mass Effect. What else do we have here? I'm not going to read all this shit, just some of them. Binary Domain. Did Torrance like that fucking game?
Yeah, it probably did. He liked that and Dark Void and all those.
Yeah, you see it's Dark Void on here? No, it's not. We got a bunch of Dead or Alive games. We got, Brian, they got Fear here, baby. All of them.
Nice.
Got all the Fear games. Let's see. Lego Lord of the Rings. Manhunt, Adam, there you go. Adam, you can play Manhunt.
They had those Manhunts. weren't they already there?
Yeah, but these are backwards compatible games on Xbox.
Oh no. That was it. Was on PlayStation 4 has it and 3 has it because they have the 2 version.
Yeah. Oh, they got the original Nier on here.
They have Skate 2. Skate 2 is on there.
Skate's on there. Red Dead Revolver was on here.
Yeah, no one cares.
Manny cares. You know, Manny's like the only dude to play that game. You know.
Yo, I've been every time like you mention something about Red Dead Redemption. Yo, man, people forget Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah,
but it's not people don't know. People don't forget. They don't know. They don't know.
It's garbage. There was like night and day, man.
Damn, Manny was here right now. You know,
like night and day.
He's probably tossing and turning right now. What are you talking?
There was another. Max Payne. You probably already said it. Max Payne 1, 2, and 3 are there.
No, I'm just reading it. Yeah, Max Payne. Yep, they're all here. Again, I'm not reading all of these. I'm just reading.
No, but that's it. Those are the highlights. Fear, Max Payne, and everything else can. Well, except one, the outfit for those original Xbox 360 heads out there. That was a launch game. The outfit, that shit was awesome. Co-op, you had military vehicles drop from the sky and stuff. It was cool. I love that game. We should play that. Carlos, let's play outfit.
I'll pass.
Oh,
all right. Thank you.
Hey, yo, Adam, he snubbed you like you snubbed him with Gears of War.
There we
go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shit. Oh,
don't worry. You told me you do the roadie room by yourself, motherfucker.
You left me. I'm over there doing the exploring, and he's over there being the Twitch streamer. Yo, everybody, we're gonna have fun today. I don't know where that other motherfucker is, but this is where I'm at. Look at me shoot these bitches, and I'm over there trying to collect cog tags.
That's funny, man. Yo, I'm just looking over here.
Yeah,
that's always Adam, you know. Like Adam, hurry up, I'm just searching.
No, you gotta find it.
You never get the goodies.
You know what? Because, and I'm sure people in the chat will know this feeling. You play a level or two, and then you watch a video just to see if you missed it, and you missed all kinds of goodies. Oh, you were in that room. You didn't make a left. You made a right, and you missed all these goodies, and then you're pissed off like shit. Now I gotta replay it to get the goodies, the collectibles, and all the other bullshit. You know, and I hate that feeling. Especially if I know, and we all have been there, you running down the stairs, and it was like, what if we didn't just go to the door? What's under the stairs? There's always something under the stairs. Always.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm talking about.
For me, when I play co-op games, I don't want to spend more time like looking for stuff.
Yeah, if I'm playing co-op, I just go kill some shit, you know.
Well, we did that. That happened when we played the Division 2. Remember when we were playing the Division, and you're running through the buildings and stuff, and I'm like, slow down. Before we go into the projects, let's take a look around the neighborhood. Let's see if we find it.
Yeah, me, I'm always like, yo, where you guys at? Because I'm already at the next door. Let's go.
You just start running in the street.
That's it, man. All right, before we go to the next thing, Adam, what's your thoughts on the 6-part Xbox documentary that's going to be coming up in December?
Is that the
it's a history of Xbox. They're going to really focus on...
Who's doing it? That's the thing. Who's doing it? That's the key. Is it paid by Microsoft, or is this an outside?
I think it's paid by Microsoft. You already know.
And then it's going to be a fluff piece.
Yeah.
It's only when it's going to be the true. Well, it depends on how far they go, but they have to talk about what brought them to the dance of getting into the whole business with the Xbox itself. Also, their whole response when it came to the modding community and how they sort of fought it, but then they embraced it because a lot of the same features, and we see this with phones, a lot of the features that people start jailbreaking make it into an official OS version, whether it's on Android or on iOS. That's the same thing that happened with the 360. A lot of the features that they implemented were stuff that we were already doing with XBMC and stuff that was on there. So I want to see how they bring all that up. And of course, what's their end game? If they're going to really focus on the end game now with Uncle Phil explaining that, hey, that was us with hardware, but now we're software. We're going back to our roots, which is Windows. That's software. And if you want hardware, we got some of that, but we're focusing on software. But yeah, it'd be fun if they get all the old heads to come back to talk.
Yeah, I want to see the original guys. You know what I'm saying?
You get E. I think E is still with them, though. I'm not sure. He's their main engineer. If you can get him. The dude that did, remember the guy with the blazer and the hoodie that he came out? I always forget his name, but I always bring him up.
Not Jay Allard, right?
Jay Allard.
Yeah.
Bring him in because he was.
Yeah, they need to have Jay Allard for real.
They have to have him because he was the one that was bringing that whole vibe. He was the face for a long time before Major Nelson stepped up. Because Major Nelson, he was behind the scenes guy, and he just did a podcast just to do shits and giggles, and then poof, it turned into a big part of his job.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I want to check that out, the history, even if it is like a official one, curated. I still want to see it. Some cool. It's on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube.
It's all right. It's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah. Other streaming services, but YouTube probably.
I thought you were going to talk about the Halo series.
Oh no,
I'm
I'm going down the line. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
I'm just reading this stuff off this one site, so we're just going down the line here. The next thing here is that 37 FPS boost added to backwards compatible games on Xbox Series X. 37 FPS boosts.
I said some of them.
Wait, am I bugging right now? That these games are going to be playable at 37 FPS or 37 games that have FPS boost?
I would guess there's 7 games.
Yeah, I think it's 37 games.
Yeah, because
these motherfuckers wrote it wrong. Then
they said it's only a select few of the games that are
37 FPS boost. Okay, 26 of them. 26 of them exist backwards compatible. All right, so here we go. Again, I'm not gonna read all these, just picking them off.
It's a lot.
Yeah, Alan Wake, Binary Domain again, the Darksiders games, Dead Space, Fear, Dragon Age, Lightning Returns. You know, although they don't have the first Final Fantasy 13, just the last two. Far Cry 3, all the Gears of Wars.
Well, you see, what I'm happy about when I saw that with the Dead Space is that at least they're not pulling a 2K. With the whole Grand Theft Auto of pulling their older ones. Because they got something new coming. Because, of course, we got the remake coming out. And they're not pulling this one. There's like, they're going to be alongside it. So, if you don't like this
why
shit...
Why can't they exist together, man?
Exactly.
Yo, I'm so glad I have the original Grand Theft Autos on PC. You know, because I would have been fucked up. What do we have here next? Here we go, Adam. Halo live-action TV series debut. What's your thoughts on it? Yeah,
shit.
It wasn't a shit supposed to be been out last fucking generation.
Many fucking decades ago, man. All right, so that was part of the whole Xbox One TV launch process.
I remember that.
We're doing a serial. We're gonna have a series. It was because they did something on the History Channel for a little bit. Something about future shit. I forgot what it was. Then they were gonna do something on Showtime. Then they they didn't like the script. They kept going back and forth. Multiple directors worked on the project. Kept getting scrapped. And I was like, Then of course the TV department just went down the shitter. They were like, no more TV department. So I thought it was done. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, we're going to go forward with it. So is this still Showtime?
I don't know. Wasn't Spartan Locke,
that was a
the original one?
That was something else. That was a complete, that's not what this is. That's something else. This was going to be crazy.
It says it's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount. All right, so they're going with Paramount.
That's the Star Trek one, right?
Yeah. That's that's the Star Trek. All that.
Yeah, I didn't see the trailer. Any highlights? Did this?
No, I didn't. I just heard about it. I didn't see the trailer either. I just heard that. I was like, all right, they're doing. They have a.
It looked like a teaser.
That's what they said. It said teaser. Oh, that's probably just.
Adam, you're roboting again, bro.
Frack.
I think you're downloading porn, probably.
Yeah. I did a pop.
Oh, here we go. I'm not. I don't know if I should play this trailer on here. We might get
That's fine. I mean, I don't have much faith. Remember, I pasted it in our chat because I was like, I just don't know, man. Like, Star Trek is shit now. I don't have much faith in this thing.
Yeah, no. I'm looking at this trailer now. It looks like is that supposed to be Master Chief? He's putting on a helmet.
I guess
putting on a helmet.
Like you see his back.
You see his back. He's all fucked up like Batman. You know.
Yeah, and then he puts on his helmet. I guess.
Or it could be any one of them because I mean, remember there's others.
Why did it have so much CG in it though? What the fuck?
Or you're not gonna have a fucking Halo show. You're not gonna have Master Chief on.
Yeah. But I don't know why they didn't just have a regular dude put on a regular helmet instead of a CG helmet. Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is Master Chief because it says 117.
Yeah. No, it's him. But I don't know.
It's not just another Spartan.
Yeah. Is anybody excited to watch this thing?
Let me see this too.
It's hard to get excited because this is something that I've been, in quotations, anticipating for fucking 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. They talked about this forever. So
it's like when you hold something back for this long, or when it gets stale, it just, in hiatus or anything, it's just hard to like keep that anticipation and that hype. I mean, I was a different Halo fan back then than I am now. So
Yeah, this is exactly what I thought the shit was. Fucking bullshit. Teaser.
yeah, so it's not something that I'm looking forward to. It might be something that I might try out. Hopefully, I'm pleasantly surprised, but I'm not holding my breath on anything.
Vin Diesel's not Master Chief, right?
No, it's some white dude.
Because that was one of the things a long time ago. Because he's a gamer, and he had talked about movie roles that he would have loved to play. And remember, that was it. He wanted to play in Halo. He wanted to be Master Chief.
All right,
just
Carlos.
like he had Batista.
This site is definitely British. They spelled rumor with a U in there. 2 U's.
Yeah, whenever they misspell stuff,
you know, like, bro, you don't need that extra U in that bitch.
Yeah, I'm sure Brian.
Let me try to say like
Brian, you use the U, right? You use the U in your color and stuff like that.
Yep, rumor has a U in it. The worst part that I absolutely hate is when I'm programming because the syntax is American English, so they spell color with a U. Sorry, without the U.
Without the U.
So I'm there just like color, like, and then like, wait, how's it wrong? There's a U in there. It's like, oh yeah, it's American English.
Yeah. I mean, when it's weird because I don't even know if British English has had the U back in the day when they colonized this continent, but I'm wondering why we didn't keep that.
It's a slang.
Yeah, some motherfuckers. They go, get rid of that motherfucking U, man. We don't need that shit.
I mean, from the way, even when you hear about, from the Constitution, when they read it in Old English, as we call it, it's just a slang version.
No, but if you read the Constitution, everything's spelled correctly. They don't have fucking U's in there,
But that's what I'm saying. It's spelled correctly because of the slang. It's our version of English.
Yeah. Yeah, forget about it.
It's just how we do it. It's just the way it's been for decades. So
for centuries,
for centuries. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
And most programming language are developed by Americans.
Yeah.
At least some of the popular ones. So
we created the internet.
That's it, man. Al Gore for life, man.
Al Gore.
People thought he was crazy.
Anyway,
I think
I'm still waiting for the I'm gonna stop. I'll stop.
No, you want to wait for that shit because that's just coming to pass, man. Fucking ice caps and shit.
Fergus, shout out to Fergus Mills who's in the chat. He says,
that's the hero
Master
of Throwdown, man.
He's the Master Chief of Throwdown. He says Master Chief being played by Chris Pratt. Official.
Listen, I'm gonna be played by Chris Pratt soon. This motherfucker's
he's for real. For real, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, no, because Chris Pratt, he's Garfield, he's Mario. Like who else is?
But he's
he's fucking right. Adams is a joke because Chris Pratt is everything now.
I wouldn't be surprised. The motherfucker does all these movies now.
Yeah, no, for real, man.
It's very, very possible. Very possible. He did that. That when we saw the sci-fi one tomorrow or whatever.
I skipped that bullshit.
That was pretty good, man.
The one with what's her name?
With
Jennifer.
Yeah, the one that we were about to
see. Oh my God, Miranda, right? From Mass Effect.
We were gonna poo-poo it.
Carlos, we're talking about the same movie, right?
I watched it. Tomorrow something. It was I think an Amazon
Tomorrow War.
Yeah, Tomorrow War. Yeah.
I don't know the girl. I don't.
The more recent one.
Yeah. I don't know the woman's actual real name. It's like Yvonne Stravinsky or some shit. It's Miranda. It's Miranda for Mass Effect, just with her natural blonde hair.
I was thinking more of the other sci-fi movie where he's with Jennifer Lawrence.
Passenger.
Yeah,
that was good too.
No, hell no.
You didn't like it? Did it make you happy?
I fell asleep.
It was based off the book, so it was all right. I knew what to expect.
By the way, completely off topic, but since we're talking about sci-fi right now, because I've noticed, like, I've had 3 weeks in a row when I'm watching movies on Friday. I think I'm going to keep that going, man. So next one I'm going to watch is the Tom Cruise movie I always wanted to watch, the time travel loop one.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
That was good, too.
Yeah, never seen it. I've always wanted to see it, but now I'm going to do it, man. Sci-fi.
One of my favorite sci-fi movies of the century. Probably.
Oh, nice. By the way, the low light of these movies I've seen so far has been Shang-Chi.
Well, Shang-Chi ain't sci-fi.
It's not sci-fi though, but it's a Friday night movie. That's what I'm going to call them. But I'm going to mostly focus on my sci-fis. So anybody has any recommendations, specifically 2010 sci-fi? Because I've seen all the sci-fi shit before that. And let me know, man. Anyway, and the last thing here,
Minority Report. Then,
oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Like I said, if 2010 is when I only just start like basically, the only movies I watched in the 2010s were just Marvel comic book movies. But before, because ticket prices got fucking expensive, like, okay, I need to, be selective. But before that, when movies were like $5, I'm like, fuck, I'll see anything, Well, not anything. It had to be action packed, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go watch Joey Luck Club for $3. Okay. Anyway, and the last thing, and I'm glad some of you guys actually played it. So the rumor was true. Halo Infinite multiplayer dropped on Monday, man. And people are playing it now, and they seem to be having a generally good time. So for those who played it, what are your thoughts?
It's Halo. It's all right. It's all right.
I played like 2 matches, I think, and I just got the same map as Big Team Battle, and it's the same as the beta. And technically, this multiplayer is a beta. Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, I thought this was the real thing, but
your stats carry over. That's what makes it a little different. They're like, oh, don't worry, all your stats, you're not wasting time. So if you're leveling up, it'll all carry over. So more incentive to play it.
It's fun. It's just standard Halo. There's really not many ways to F it up if you just keep doing the same things. I'm more in line with the single player. That's what I'm anticipating more. But yeah, it's okay.
They took a few plays from Call of Duty's multiplayer because as you line up in Call of Duty, I don't know if anyone else here plays Call of Duty multiplayer, but you'll have it where your guys all line up and you can see the members in their outfits and stuff that. And they did that in this, and I'm like, but you all look the same, just like different colors and shit. It's like all the Spartans, like. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I do have a negative, Adam. Now that you mentioned it, speaking of armors and different looks and stuff. This game is gonna lean heavy on the microtransactions.
Yeah, it only makes sense. Just the fact that they did that lineup and I'm like, why are you showing it? Unless later on you're gonna have special outfits and all that jazz is gonna show up. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
And I did see when I started playing, I did see people with different outfits. I'm like, yeah, these motherfuckers paid.
Yeah, I haven't checked to see if there was any.
And there are a lot of complaints about the progression system of the game.
I heard some battle pass or something like that, right? Something's fucked up.
Yeah. So I haven't played it long enough to realize how bad it is. But I've never been ever since Halo 3. The ranking system has gone to shit because after Halo 3, they tried to do the whole Call of Duty thing where it's like, yeah, you just have to play a game and you'll gain experience. And I'm like, I don't like that. Like I used to back in the day. Halo multiplayer, it's like your ranking was a flex because if you was like, oh shit, this guy's like a fucking level 40, like people will go crazy. Like people will be like trying to get you in their parties and stuff so you can help them because if you're level 40 to 50, you're like fucking god in that game essentially.
They're just trying to get more incentive for the casuals to play because if you don't get anything, any XP, you feel like you wasted time. So that's why they give you a little something.
And shout out to your boy. I never got to 50, but I got to 49. It was like a comet.
There we go.
Yeah, so that's pre-achievements.
There was one later that they did. They hit the level 50 to get that max level.
No, well, this was I'm talking about Halo 2 because in Halo 2, the highest level was 50,
I'll take a look for when they did the remake. Remember they added Chivos when they did all the remakes.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. That could be.
But isn't that like a problem with most FPS games in general? And I'm using myself as an example here. And you know me, I'm not a Call of Duty guy or anything. I remember I was playing, I believe it was Modern Warfare 2, the first Call of Duty I ever played, right? I was trash at it, and I leveled up. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So
keep playing.
That's not cool, man.
You progress if you just keep playing.
Yeah. So, in my case, I stopped playing. Like, this is stupid. Why am I leveling up for being trash?
But it's not even that. You also get points for assists and stuff like that. It's not so much just you doing a kill.
Yeah.
It's but just, I don't know. So your team winning. If your team wins, then you get more points.
Yeah, but the thing is, to me, I'm like, if you're level whatever, your max level in one of these games, it doesn't mean much because you could be shit. You know, you just spend a long time in it. But you know, from like I never played the old Halo MP games, but that's real skill right there. Even Quake was like that back in the day. You know, it's like yo, that motherfucker's good. You know, but yeah, but like Carlos, I'm like you. I'm like I don't really care about the MP of this specifically. I just want to play this and you know the co-op with you. That's all I care about. You know,
41 achievements for a full 1,000 for Halo 2. Yeah, they added Chivos. That was one of the things for this.
Yeah.
We'll get them all. We'll get them all.
But yeah, the MP, so yeah, it's interesting. So is it going to go out of beta when the game comes out? Is that how it's going to work?
Yeah, it'll disappear probably. Probably be a new download, but your stats, you know, they'll carry over.
I doubt it. It might be an update because I mean, just think about it. The multiplayer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the campaign is there. The whole interface is there, right? The menu. You
can play a little bit of the campaign, right?
I clicked on it.
Okay, that part of the rumor wasn't true then. Okay, gotcha.
No, but
yeah, it's because the multiplayer is free to play, so you're just gonna move on, and it's gonna update. It's gonna get out of beta, and it's pretty much gonna be the same thing, probably with another feature or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've been out of the Halo multiplayer loop for a while now, so that's just not something that I'm looking forward to, because I don't really like I used to have a squad of people I used to play with, and I don't really play with them anymore.
Everybody moved on, man.
Yeah, we're all moved on.
That's the way I feel with that. Yeah, Halo, Gears. And I have one buddy besides Carlos that still plays it. Nobody else that plays
it.
Gears. You know,
Yo, Tony,
what's up?
This is off topic. Have you seen the Planet of the Apes trilogy?
I saw the first two.
The recent one.
The new ones.
Before you go on, funny story about that, right? Because after seeing, I think it was like 3 horrible remakes in a row, I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm done. You know, the one that killed it for me was like
the 99 one.
No, the
Marky Mark.
No, I'm not talking about Flying. I'm talking about in general remakes, right? I was like, after I saw Clash of the Titans, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not watching this shit.
Ugh.
So Manny was telling me, like, dude, you got to watch Planet of the Apes. It's really good. I'm like, fuck, no more remakes. Fuck this shit, you know? But then one day I was at his house. He's like, put on Planet of the Apes. I'm not going to say no. It's his fucking house, right? So he puts it on. I'm like, whoa, this is fucking good, you know? And then I saw the second one in the theaters. I thought that was great, too. I didn't get to watch the third one, but I put that into my Friday, to watch list, But yeah, I thought, they were really good. The Marky Mark one was fucking basura. That was bad. That was But here's the thing: the costumes look dope. The ape costumes, I remember what's his? Oh my god, I forget the dude's name. Michael Clark Duncan. My man looked like him. Like
then the chick, she was the one from.
But also I can't say
Fight Club.
If this was old, if this was old Throwdown, I would say something. But remind me off. I'll tell you off air. But yeah, I didn't see the third one. Obviously, I think the third one had like what's his face from Natural Born Killers in it. But I didn't see that one.
What's his name?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, but I want to see it for sure. But anyway, what's your question? I saw the first two.
Yeah. That's probably one of the best trilogies, sci-fi trilogies of the past.
Well, it's sad and now Disney owns it.
No, they're gonna fuck that up.
Finished. Oh,
yeah. They're probably gonna reboot it again and guarantee
put Spider-Man or somebody in it.
Yeah. Yo, by the way, since you guys reminded me, I don't have this on the news, but I'll talk about it anyway. So Warner Brothers is going to do its own version of Smash Brothers, right? And I'm thinking, okay, so you have this. You have the fucking Nickelodeon game that just came out recently, another Smash clone. And I'm like, I was thinking like, yo, this shit is just Mugen from back in the day. Remember Mugen? For you guys who don't know, Mugen was basically like this fan-created fighting game that had everybody in it. Literally, like anybody you could imagine. Like people would just like make their own characters and stuff. So I remember, I was thinking about this during my lunch break. I was like, okay, I remember playing Mugen and I had a match. It was Thor versus Homer Simpson, and how crazy that was. And I'm like, wait a minute, Disney owns Marvel, they own Fox, so shit. If they do their own multiverse game, you could have that match. Homer Simpson versus Thor. Why not? It's fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, they could definitely.
Things can't be just their own separate things. Everything has to be this meta
But
a
it's not the
thing.
first. Remember the
Yeah.
PlayStation All Stars?
Yeah, that was one of the first ones, but now it's
Yeah.
becoming like a big thing. Like what did it have, like Bugs Bunny versus Superman? I
it's
am not making this up.
Batman versus Shaggy.
It's like what the fuck is going
This
on
everything.
here?
I don't know. I mean, the Nickelodeon one was pretty good. It had a
Yeah, I
lot
heard
of,
it. Yeah, I
unless
heard
you
people
know,
liked it.
yeah, it's pretty good. So, and I think that's why they see the success of that one, and they were like, hey, we could jump in. It doesn't take too much. Make these little pixie characters, and then open levels. It's nothing
Yeah.
too complicated. So. I don't know if it's a cash grab, but it sort of makes sense if you're
cash
trying to
grab.
mesh all these IPs together.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just throw them all in there and see what happens. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, it's
It would
all
be
about
like
the
20,
meta
$30.
now. It's all about
That's
the meta. All right, and next thing, we're still sticking on Xbox right now. Elder Scrolls 6 will be an Xbox and PC exclusive. How many times does Microsoft have to tell people this shit until they finally accept it?
People in
It's hilarious.
denial.
So in an interview with GQ of all places, Phil Spencer had this. I'm just gonna read what he says. It's kind of interesting because the first part of this statement is similar to what he said before when it comes to exclusives and Bethesda. He goes, "It's not about punishing any other platform. Like I fundamentally believe all of the platforms can continue to grow, but in order to be on Xbox, I want us to be able to bring the full, complete package of what we have." And that would be true when I think about Elder Scrolls 6. That would be true when I think of any other of our franchises. Right there, he said it. Elder Scrolls 6 is an Xbox franchise.
Yep.
I'm like, if you saw the comments, man, because it was GameSpot that posted it, right? GameStop, whatever the fuck it's called. A lot of people were in denial. They were like, no, how can they take it away from PlayStation? They're going to lose so much money. Like, bro, come on. It's funny to me,
They make a lot of money already. They don't care.
You realize that Microsoft has to make this money back. Was it $7.5 billion? Or how much would they pay for?
Yeah, over $7 billion. Yeah,
that's nothing to Microsoft. Like that. They're not going to go bankrupt for over $7.5 billion.
They're the biggest company in the world, and they have like over 2.5, like worth over 2.5 trillion.
Yeah, 7.5 billion ain't shit.
7.5 billion. They fart at.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just funny how people thought like, oh no, they have to make it back. They have to make. No, they don't. they could lose all this shit. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, we've been telling you guys this shit from the jump. These games are not coming to PlayStation. That's it. I don't understand why. If this was Sony, couldn't afford it, obviously. But if this was Sony, no one would even question this shit. Like, yep, those are exclusives, and that's that. But that's it. If Nintendo did it, Nintendo can't afford it either. Sorry, they don't have that money bin. Nobody would question it. But since it's Xbox, they question it. It's very weird to me. I don't even think we have to say
good for them.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah. Again, we've always said it's funny. I remember literally the night before the big announcement happened, we were doing the question show. And I was like, yeah, Xbox or Game Pass ain't that great because there's no games on it. The next day I had to come back. Yeah, Xbox Game Pass is a shit now. Overnight, because they got games.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. Anyway, any thoughts? I mean, we've been talking about this forever, But any thoughts on the denial specifically,
Well, I don't know how many times they're gonna say this. Like, are these guys gonna scream when Starfield comes out?
Oh, you already know. You already know. Yeah,
It's
go ahead.
It's just one of those things where everyone knew it was about to happen. Like you mentioned, people were in denial, and I'm glad they just said it out front this time. Just so people won't be like, I guess, quote unquote, disappointed. And if you're disappointed, then it's the fault's on you.
But the thing is, this isn't the first time they flat out said it. This is like the third time now, and people just like, no, hold on. If you say it this way, if you say it that way.
I think people want to see that exclusive logo on the box or on the artwork. That's when it happens, then they'll buy into it.
And I don't think so. I think they'll be like, oh, dude, for how long? For how long?
Oh, boy.
You know what's going to happen. Oh, how long? How long? Forever.
Forever.
Shit is crazy. All right, man. Moving on here. Oh, by the way, since we don't have Brett here, this show may be over sooner than usual. We'll fill it up with some other stuff, but it's like, damn, we're already on the last topic. Fuck, you know. We don't have Brett diverting us for half an hour where he's agreeing with me and disagree. Like, what are you doing, bro? I was listening. I made that a clip, Carlos, and I'm listening to. I'm like, you're saying the same things I'm saying. Why are you yelling at me? Like, yeah, games have plateaued, but it's like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bruh. Oh man, we love Brett. All right, what do we talk about right now? Oh, the Game Awards nominees. You know, they were posted. Controversy, obviously, because some people feel Returnal got snubbed.
Did they put Cyberpunk on there? I saw somebody say
Cyberpunk.
How the fuck is that possible?
What?
Excuse me?
They got nominated for best role-playing game.
Yeah. Do we want to go down this entire? I don't know if I want to go down this entire.
Maybe just the big categories.
Okay, let's go for the Game of the Year. So here are the nominees for Game of the Year. Wait, here are the nominees for Game of the Year. All right. Damn, how many fucking games did they pick? 6. All right. We got Deathloop. We got Adam. Here's your game. It Takes Two. Didn't you like that one with Rich?
I didn't.
Did you play that with Rich?
No, we didn't play it. It Takes Two is about the married couple.
I thought it was the one where you're breaking out of jail.
That's
No Way Out.
No Way Out.
Oh, okay.
That was the one before that, the year before.
Oh, then I don't know what the fuck It Takes Two is.
This is that looks. It's like the people turn into like little cartoon characters, and you can do co-op and run.
Oh, well, anyway, Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. I mean, I can't say anything about It Takes Two. Psychonauts, I don't know, but the others, I don't have any complaints there.
Yeah, I've only played Dread out of that list, and
I mean, I played Deathloop.
Well, you
Ratchet
played Ratchet and Clank, yeah.
Yeah, I played. I will be playing some Metroids. I don't have a problem with that Game of the Year nomination. What about the rest of you guys?
No, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean, mine is RE Village. Like I already said that.
That's gonna be in my top 3 for sure.
This is for Game of the Year.
Yeah, this is for Game of the Year. Yeah.
Then I would. Why, if they're willing to throw Metroid, then throw Guardians of the Galaxy in there. Why?
I would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out on time too to be nominated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, they could have easily just thrown them in.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Returnal is on Best Game Direction. So there you go.
I just want to mention something that I saw heavily in my timeline is a lot of people were absolutely pissed, and I do say pissed when Forza Horizon 5 wasn't in there.
Oh man! By the way, shout out to Jess Corden, bro. He got heat because he
for
wrote,
Game of the Year.
No, yeah, Jess Corden, he writes for Windows Central, and he's also a future colleague of mine. You know, like we work for the same company, Future. I didn't realize that, but he wrote an article saying that the fact that game isn't on there delegitimizes the whole thing. I'm like, there's other things that delegitimize it too, Britt. It's not just that. But he got so much heat from the PlayStation fans. I'm like, what's wrong with what he said?
And it's true.
No, but he's right. Think about it. He said the nominations closed at the beginning of November. I'm like, what? How the fuck do you close a nomination in November? Games are still coming out in November. Actually, a lot of big games come out in November. You know.
Yeah, I kind of understand it though. Although I wouldn't run it the same way. But I guess the reasoning is to get the people who vote for it enough time to actually get through the game.
I'm raising my hand like I'm in class right now.
Yes.
Why not? I know this is gonna sound crazy. Why not hold the Game of the Year awards in January? Like,
well, yeah, I think that would be the best. But think about it. January does not hold any incentive for Jeff Keighley to release a show that's selling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So November, December is a perfect time to have a big end of year show. If you have a beginning of the year show, after people have come back after the holidays, people are really coasting through the first couple of weeks of January, and it's like, what the hell am I doing with my life? New Year's resolutions, I'm already breaking those, and it's like, yeah, there's no financial incentive to make it in January. He has all the financial incentive in the world to make this in December, and or late November at least.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why that's the case. Yeah. So yeah, Forza came out way too late for
Forza's
the.
on here though for best audio design. You know, I see it
I
on
call
here.
bullshit on all that. They've never picked that I can remember. They've never picked a racing game or a sports game as a winner. And I remember for a long time those 2K, the NBA 2Ks were groundbreaking. Just the effects, the visuals, the sweat on the basketball players. Like, yo, this is the future of gaming. This shit looked real.
I just find it funny that because I'm friends with a lot of these people that were complaining about it. I'm surprised none of them wanted to bump up Psychonauts 2 from the game of the year and put Forza Horizon 5. Ooh, I wonder why.
Well, you know why. Let's just be real here.
Oh yeah, I know why. Because they're Xbox people.
Yeah. But hold on. Whoa. Oh no, wait. Psychonauts is it is on PlayStation, right? Because isn't doesn't
No, Double Fine is Microsoft.
Yeah,
so
but
isn't
not that one? That one was released on everything. Remember,
oh
that was
okay
still part
because of the
deal.
it was a crowdfunded right.
I don't remember it was crowdfunded, but it was announced and it was on every platform. Announced for every platform.
Because I'm about to say like Double
acquisition.
Fine, that's a Microsoft developer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, now they are.
After that,
but Carlos,
deal,
I agree with you. It's because let's just be real here. You know, it's because of the Xbox game.
Oh, it's like let's not get rid of Deathloop because it's like a lot of the things that I saw was like, oh, congratulations. Yeah, there was like congratulations Microsoft for having 2 Game of the Years. Obviously, one of them is Deathloop and the other one is Psychonauts.
Yeah,
and then people were clamoring for Forza Horizon 5, but they would refuse to say that Psychonauts 2 or Deathloop should be one of the ones omitted from it to put in freaking Forza. So
although for the little bit I saw on my timeline, people were mad that Deathloop got nominated so many times. I'm like, why? The game's good. You know, to me, it's probably going to be in my top 3. The game was great. I don't know what the fuck are people talking about. But I noticed when I talked about it, people said, "Oh, I only played a couple hours. I got bored." I'm like, "Damn, I was riveted the whole time." You know?
I was.
Yeah,
I was riveted in Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, you know, great series. You know,
it's a great series. Oh yeah, and Samus, not Samus. What's it called?
Metroid.
Oh Metroid.
Dread.
God damn, why am I Dread? That was.
Stop drinking on the job, man.
Yeah, I'm drunk right now. I'm passing out. Yeah, so that game, Ratchet, those are 2 of my top choices for game of the year. So I'm happy that those were there. Forza, I've played a few hours of Forza, and it's good, man. I can't really say any negative things about it.
Yeah, Adam, don't worry though. Guardians of the Galaxy and I still got nominated for a bunch of stuff. You know, this is just me, obviously. I wouldn't put a racing game as game of the year at all, you know, or a sports game.
There you go. They move it into that other genre. That's the way they see it.
Give racing its own fucking category. I hate that as a sports game. Like, so how are you going to compare a racing game to a basketball game? That makes no sense.
Well, they're saying it's a sport. They're athletes, right? Drivers are athletes. That's how they see it. So
I don't know.
That's how that works. That's their justification. You know, NASCAR racers, all that stuff. Formula One drivers. That's a sport. That's racing. They're athletes. So
I forgot Shin Megami. How Shin Megami Tensei 5 on this? Isn't it too late? Oh no, it's December, right? That's the cutoff point.
Wait, Shin Megami Tensei 5?
November.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's out. November.
It's out, Carlos. The game's already out.
Yeah, it's out.
No, yeah, but is it nominated for Game of the Year?
No, it's nominated for best role-playing game. Yeah, Cyberpunk is on there too because it made the cut. It made the cut.
Damn.
You know?
Did they not forget that the shit fucking had a ton of issues?
Yeah,
it still has issues.
Best fighting game. Virtua Fighter 5 made it on there, but that game's old, bro. Nickelodeon All Stars, Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood. Isn't Melty Blood like an old
They keep making new ones. Yeah, they keep making new ones.
Demon Slayer. I'm not gonna say all that other shit.
it's a joke. The Game Awards is a joke.
Yeah, no, we've been saying that. Yeah,
so much validity to it. I mean, it's a fine show if you're wanting announcements. That's the only reason why I watch it. I just want to see what the announcements are, and also I want to see people lose their minds when their favorite game doesn't win.
And
But,
also because we fucking live stream it every year.
Yeah, that's another thing. Oh, by the way, we're gonna live stream it this year.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And we'll be saying the same things we do every year. Why the fuck does this exist? And then Carl's way because Jeff Keighley needs to make money.
He needs to make money. It's my vision.
Oh my god.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, here we go, Adam. Best sports / racing. At least they give it a little distinction there. We got F1 2021, FIFA 22, Forza 5, Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Why? FIFA, this is like one of the lowest rated FIFAs ever. Why would they even
Because
consider
they
this?
need something to fill in the slot. And Riders Republic is on here too.
And I strongly doubt any of these people played any of these
Oh,
sports.
you know
Like
they did.
people who nominate the same fucking judges who nominate Psychonauts 2 and Shin Megami Tensei 5. These motherfuckers ain't playing FIFA or Madden. I can fucking tell you that right now. It's not the same people.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Why don't they just get rid of the sports in here? 4 to 5 of these games are racing games.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
The only game they could find for sports was FIFA, and it's like shit.
Because
they
that's
didn't
the
even
game.
put Madden in there. They put FIFA, but no Madden. Both of them were garbage this year.
Well, because you know why, man. It's a zeitgeist game. It's like, oh, we got to get another nominee. Let's FIFA.
Not gonna win.
Threw a dart at a wall.
Yeah,
What else we have here? We have best narrative, Deathloop. It Takes Two shows up a lot here. I'm noticing. Life is Strange: True Colors. I forgot that came out. Guardians of the Galaxy and Psychonauts 2. What else? Let's go to multiplayer. What are best nominees for multiplayer? Back for Blood. We had our fun until we figured out the progression bullshit. Knockout City. It Takes Two again. Damn, this game is everywhere.
Only people like it.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise. New World, the game that no one's playing anymore. And Valheim. I vaguely remember that. Best performance. I don't care about that. Right? I don't know. The typical
I don't care about
bullshit.
any of this shit. Don't even care.
We're gonna live stream, but whatever. Who gives a shit?
Just like Carlos said, as much as people bitch about this stuff, it's only for the announcements. That's all I give a shit. I don't care who wins because it doesn't mean shit to me. It's not going to change my view on anything. Like you see, It Takes Two. You could watch a trailer right after and be like, "Wow, let's go up for all these awards," but that's not my type of game.
Yeah.
So
again,
matter.
people know my feelings about this award show, in all its various incarnations over the years. Remember when it used to be on Spike TV, still hosted by Jeff Keighley, but yeah, it was bad then. It's still bad now.
That goes for all award shows, all of them. And
they're all bullshit.
All of them.
They're all
That's
bullshit.
all of it. It's all bullshit. It's all about who can show up, who's putting money, which studios trying to promote and helping them out. It's like, all right, you give us X amount of money and we'll put one of your movies. It's not going to win, but we'll put in a nominee. Like you said with the whole FIFA, the fluff, the filler. Come on now.
What I don't understand is, go ahead, Carlos. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like the Walking Dead cast is here. All right, let's give them Game of the Year.
Who's in the front row? Give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
On camera.
Again, and this may be too much of a deep question because it's some psychology shit. Why do people get so invested in this stuff? I'm talking about awards in general. I don't, because you see it all the time, Oscars, Emmys, whatever. People are just so gripped. I'm like, why?
It's simple. Real simple.
Please
it's
explain
their
it to me.
sports. It's their sports.
Is that what it is?
This is it. Yeah, this is their sports. If you're big into whether it's movies or books or games, and whenever there's a big award for any of these things, people jump in because that's your world. That's something that you can go in and say, all right, I want this one to win, or I'm backing this one.
But what do you get?
You get just excitement. See, you don't watch sports, but it's the same endorphins still get triggered the same way. It's like, all right, I want this team to win, and they're going to make it to the finals. What does it matter? It matters to me. Why does it matter to you? Because I support these players. Why? That's the same fucking shit.
Yeah,
it's just what you like.
Right.
And it's the same thing. Some people just like these things. There's a lot of news sites and TV sites that I follow, and they're all hyped on it. Literally hyped because there's certain shows like Fleabag and stuff. Awesome shows. You got to watch these shit. But get nominated? Who knows? But people like to talk about it and get discussions going to see who wins, because then that could be a make or break for a sequel, a continuation, not a sequel for, but next season. And then the game, same thing. Like that It Takes Two. That was one of those, like, from the same guy, the No Way Out, but that was their EA's indie division. Remember when they were doing those?
Oh, that's why I thought It Takes Two was that other.
It's the same dude.
Same guy, that's
it's
why.
The same
Okay.
guy. Yeah. So if, let's say, this does win and people backed it and be like, oh, look, it won. It just brings some awareness, and that can push for a sequel.
But can't sales do that too?
Sales can do that, but also bragging rights at these award shows.
Yeah.
Because it brings a lot of eyes on it, and then that's something they can put on the box and then ads. I'm like, oh, we won fucking X amount of awards at the Game Awards.
Yeah, no, I think you kind of just touched on it. It's like, because I'm not a sports person. Because to me, like, for example, one of my favorite / funny things to hear from sports fans is like, "We won." I'm like, "You didn't do anything but watch, bro. You didn't win shit. They won. You didn't do nothing but sit on your ass."
That's true, but they take the pride that they're representing their community, even though there's like no players from their town on that team.
Yeah.
It's always funny, especially when it comes to hockey, when most of them are Canadian or Russian or something. And it's like, oh, they all play in LA. Really? Where are they practicing?
It's the whole thing. It's a stakeholder situation. When you have stake in a team, you buy their merchandise, you pay for the games, and it's a loop. They receive that money and that support, and it invigorates the team and the franchise, and they reciprocate by trying to win a game, and you get the entertainment of watching them win and play and stuff, and it's a whole stakeholder thing. That's why when people say, yeah, we won, yeah, I think that I agree, because the team doesn't exist if it's not for the people that root for them.
Yeah.
That's a good way of saying it. Again, by the way, I'm not trying to besmirch any of this stuff. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't get it. But if it brings people together in a good way, because we've seen some fucked up sports fans too. That I have no problem with that. But it does speak to the kind of tribal nature of humanity. It's like you need something to latch onto.
And that's deeply tribal, because you're literally choosing a team, and it's like you're literally like, it's like us against the world, essentially.
One thing I always found interesting about sports, I know we're going off topic or whatever, we got to fill up time. I always found, and again, I'm not trying to talk shit, it's just the way Tony sees it. I always found sports to be like sissy war. So I'm like, no one dies, like me personally, I'd probably be more interested. I'm like, oh, if motherfuckers gonna get killed, I'm watching this shit. Like, imagine you go into like Madison Square Garden to have like a gladiator match. I'm like, yo, let's see what's gonna happen tonight. Then I'd be more invested. But it's like, so it's like a war, like a safe kind of war, because people like battles and all that.
It's something, because you have to be part of it. You have to, just like fighting games. You like to play fighting games. You know that there's a skill for playing fighting games. And if someone just comes along and sees like, oh, you just buy mashing, there's no skill in that, and then they can walk away. But there's a skill. Yeah. So if you play basketball or soccer or all these type of sports, and you've had that experience playing it, you respect it even more when you see professionals. It's not that they're just in the NFL or NBA or MLS, whatever it is. You actually know that what they're doing is technically very difficult.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, they deserve to be on TV. They deserve to get rooted. I'm super happy this guy just caught this ball with one hand. You know what I mean? It's just...
Yeah. So the thing is, I understand that part. Like, like when I used to watch basketball, I like watching Michael Jordan, right? But it wasn't like, oh, me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like anything where like, I appreciate the skills on display. I'm not saying anything about the sports players, obviously, because I don't like that whole mentality. Like, oh, why is that guy getting paid $86 million? Because he's fucking good. Not many people could do that. It's like, stop talking shit. But I'm just saying, I just lack that thing, I guess. Like I need to follow something and be like,
It's like watching. It's watching the people that are the best at the craft competing. It's like, having Eddie Van Halen and Jimi Hendrix doing a freaking a guitar solo battle or something.
Yeah. But even me, as a guitar guy, I wouldn't watch it. Like, that's stupid. Play a song. Like, you're just noodling right now,
Well, yeah, and playing a song, it's kind of like it's a team. It's a band. They each have their instruments, and they all come in unison to perform a song. And it's kind of the same thing with sports. A team gets together and runs plays, and has a leader and stuff, and the only thing is that the main focus is to compete with the opposite team.
Yeah. By the way, speaking about that, I find it. I was just thinking about this now. How like a lot of bands I hate the fans. It's hilarious. I'm like, I love the bands. I can't stand the fan base. Because they have that kind of mentality too. Oh, this band's the best. Like, shut the fuck up. There's a bunch of other bands you should like too. Like Metallica fans are the worst. Like Metallica's like, oh, the only band that exists to them is Metallica. It's like, no, Metallica's good, but they got better bands out there, bro. Or
I've never met a Pantera fan that I hated.
Yeah. No, some fans are cool, like Megadeth fans. Those guys are great. Every time I go to a Megadeth show, I'm going to have some fun. But then there's other shows. Is like, no, Slayer fans are good too. I like Slayer fans. But Metallica shows, like, oh god, here we go.
Metallica,
here we go.
The thing with Metallica is they're just so mainstream.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too.
They got a bunch of
and Tool fans, just because they're so fucking pretentious.
Oh, boy.
Because of the T-shirts,
the emos.
Yeah. Yo, by the way, when I went to go see Tool, because they hadn't toured or released an album in 15 years, right? All the motherfuckers there were like my age, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, when I first started, going to Iron Maiden shows, right? I was the young guy there, me and Manny, right? And now when I go to Iron Maiden shows, we're the fucking old guys, because they keep renewing their fan base, I'm like, where's all these kids? What the fuck? But you always got the old guys in the back, hey, play the old stuff.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I'm like, yo, I'm old now. What happened?
I know exactly that feeling, because I was, I would go to a lot of these music festivals where a whole bunch of screamo bands and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's
Oh,
just
God.
a bunch of kids. And and I went to like a year later, it's like mid 2000s. I went to go see Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I was the youngest dude there.
Youngest dude there. That's right. Ain't that something, man?
It's crazy.
It just shows how everything changes. Like, there was a guy working, I was telling him about, it's like, oh, like, I have on my bag an NIN. Do you know what NIN stands for?
Yeah, and Nine Inch Nails. Oh, they don't know that.
Yeah, there
shit.
you go.
Yeah.
They don't know that shit. And I was like, it's a band, Nine Inch Nails. Trent Reznor. No, don't know any of that shit. And I was like, yeah, he hasn't he's done a lot. Yeah, he's done. I was like, who was it? There was somebody. I got in a whole argument because I was listening. It was, damn, I don't remember who it was, but someone got me pissed because I was playing Hurt. And he was like, oh, they did a cover of Johnny Cash. I'm like,
oh,
no,
Carlos said that shit unironically.
I'm like, no, man.
Wait. No, I knew it was a
Did you,
cover.
Carlos? I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope
that
to
was
God.
somebody.
If I ever said it, it was definitely ironically.
Yeah, all right, because you lost like 10 points that day when I heard that shit. I was like, bro, really, man?
I'm pretty sure I've done that, but it wasn't for that song. It was probably another one.
No, but
because people assume, oh, Johnny Cash is old. He had to come up with it first.
Exactly. It must be him first. And no, it doesn't work that way. That's not how this works. And it was like, but why would an older guy do a cover of a young song? Like, well, that makes no sense. I was like, it was the song. He loved the song, and he was hurting. His wife died.
Yeah.
And he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah, the song was
And Johnny Cash.
Yeah, but the point is that as we know, during our time, our youth, Nine Inch Nails was huge.
Yeah, they were massive.
Even if you didn't know the music, but you heard the name, or you seen the music video.
Yeah.
So. But now that's it. It's old, and I'm sure if I go to a show, it's just gonna be a bunch of people our age that's there.
Yeah, because they haven't they haven't really toured or released albums.
No, because he focused more on doing soundtracks. Remember, he did Watchmen.
Right, yeah.
He did a few others. He's got that whole side of his life going in.
Yeah, so,
and he does singles. If you go on Spotify, he does different singles. He did one recent with this other group called Health, and a few other ones. And then his wife, he also does some tracks with her.
Yeah.
But it went for an album and stuff. No, it hasn't.
You got to be, if you're a band, you got to be active. Again, Iron Maiden is like the prime example. These guys are like in their 60s. Their fans are mostly 20-year-olds. It's crazy. But that's because they're always there. Especially in Latin America countries. I would love to see them in like Rock in Rio and shit. That'd be fucking crazy.
Shit, man! I remember on one of the cool things I love about, I think other services probably have, but Spotify has a lot of live albums.
Yeah.
And they had one with Slipknot, and it was Slipknot in Mexico. and
Yeah.
Corey Taylor, the lead singer, was singing in Spanish.
Oh shit.
Doing tracks in Spanish, not just the hooks, the whole thing. I was like, oh my god, respect. I was like, do you do that everywhere? Like, I was gonna say, do you have one in Germany or something? It was just so nuts to hear that, because usually you don't hear that. Bands or any artist, they'll come out, maybe they'll say one or two words, but to sing certain songs in full Spanish, there you go.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of like new live albums because they don't sound live. You know what I'm saying? Like
They do it differently now.
because they're so fucking clean sounding. It sounds like a studio recording. You know?
Well, they have the recording on the stage.
Yeah.
They have the
they do it right off
sound.
the mixer.
They do direct sound. Yeah, off the mixer.
The first
direct sound.
The first time I ever felt that, and I think a lot of people did, was the Nirvana Unplugged album.
Oh, I
They
love
did that
the
MTV
whole
Unplugged
series. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Alice in Chains Unplugged was awesome.
Those were good albums. Yeah.
And those sounded like they were actual records. It's like, oh shit, was this the single?
Damn, I want to get that whole collect. They have they had a whole series that they released of all the live unplugs, but like the video versions, you could see them.
Yeah, no, I remember that. No, but I'm thinking like for example, if you listen to like Judas Priest Unleashing the East or Iron Maiden Live After Death, like those albums sound so live, you could almost smell the weed. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you're there. You know, and then you listen to these news, like this sounds like a studio album. What the fuck? You know? Oh man. All right. Yeah. By the way, you guys are getting a taste of what we kind of shit we discuss off here. Let's just talk. You know, nothing happened. We're already done. Again, we didn't have Brett here, so we're not extending the show with fights. Man.
One of the coolest moments is when I saw one of my math professors smoking weed in a concert. I'm like, oh shit.
Yo, you know what was a trip though? When I went to the last time I saw Iron Maiden, it was me, Manny, and my boss from Geek.com. Like he's like, "Oh shit, Chris, come over here, man." We were fucking drunk and shit. It was hilarious, man. So we were like,
just for clarification purposes, it wasn't Chris Seeley and it wasn't Evil Chris.
Although me and Chris here have been to plenty of concerts, man. Good times. All right, I think we could do games we've been playing. Why not? Adam, what you been playing lately?
Let me see. Call of Duty. Vanguard, the campaign, because it's me and like 4 others that actually play that shit. I can every time I get one of the trophies, I just can't help myself. I just look to see the status, if it's rare or common. It's always fucking rare. Everything's rare. I'm like, no one plays this shit. But I've been playing that. Metroid Dread. And the Grand Theft Auto trilogy on the Switch.
Shit.
I still play. Remember I was saying I'm playing Vice City. I started with Vice because that's the one I really want to play, and it's fun with the old music. And it looks old, and I don't know. My boss cracked a joke. He was like, "You're giving it the Switch pass. That's why." Because I was like, I didn't expect much from it. Yes, it looked great and all. Not great, but it looks better than it was before when we saw the trailer and stuff. And I wasn't blown away. If I really wanted to get blown away, maybe I would have tried to get the PC or some version. But I figured, fucking Switch. My whole point is to play these classic games on the go. If they didn't even do any touch-ups, if it's just direct ports from at least the PC version, I would have been cool with that because these are classics for me. These are great games. So I don't know if I'm giving it the Switch pass because nothing really looks amazing on it. But it's fine. It's fun. I enjoy it. There's no game-breaking bugs that I've come across. And I'm enjoying that. And Forza Horizon 5, playing that through the Xbox Cloud. Doing it that way. Trying that shit out. I do not have a Series X. And so I was like, you know what, I want that full feel, because I do have the regular Xbox S and all that, but I was like, I'll do that. And it's all right. It's working, So doing that, and then Infinite, Halo.
Oh, nice.
Some of the multiplayer, trying that out. It's more Halo. It's all like Carlos. It's all about the campaign if I'm actually going to spend time in it. The multiplayer is the multiplayer. It's really just fun when you grab your friends and you team up and then you just go against others. That's the only time I really had a lot of fun in it. Besides that, it's a different time. It's a different time for us. That's the thing. When I play that game, even now when I played a few matches, I just sort of can hear the voices of my buddies screaming, at me, which are not there, and that's the downfall. And I talked to some of them recently, and they said they plan on picking it when it comes out, and maybe we'll get the band back together. But
it's just not gonna be the same, though. That's happened to me, like where a lot of us get back together that we used to play back in like
And it's
2004.
not the same, right?
It's not the same, man. It's not the same.
Well,
The
you're
discourse is
different. Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yeah, this is just, you're just different people, especially when you get older. The scheduling, and it's like, yeah, like we play 2 matches. One of them is gonna be like, yo, I gotta go, gotta go to work, got my kid or something.
Yeah. I
It's unfortunate, man, but it's just one of those things. It always happens.
Ain't the
get you.
same. You can never go back home, man. As they
It's
say.
like it's like those days where I used to be able to play Gears of War with Adam, and
Oh,
after the
Oh,
first
Say,
few
well, we
levels,
can
he's
still.
like,
Well,
I'm gone.
we all gotta play Gears at least once before the year ends. We gotta do a multiplayer.
no, you know what? We got to play before the year ends. Division 2.
We beat that.
Yeah, we got the platinum, man.
Yeah, we got the plan. We.
Oh
It,
yeah. Well, I get so many. I get the emails. I get the emails. So I'm
Yo,
like,
oh
email is
yeah,
getting
Russ.
crazy with that
Yo,
shit, man.
I don't get those anymore, but as you saw, I get the Rider Republic now. It's like we
Yeah.
miss you. Come on back.
yeah, no, I was getting those like, oh, you didn't kill this guy, this lieutenant in Warriors of New York. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't kill that guy.
Oh
I didn't
wait, that's
kill.
right. We didn't. We. You know what? I did. I thought no. I thought we beat the
No,
DLC.
because
No, we didn't.
they kept releasing
Oh,
lieutenants. They
that's right.
unlocked.
That's
Yeah,
right. Because we
we
did
killed the
do.
first guy, and then that was it. We never
We
went
went.
back.
That's, all right. So yeah, we could go back. We could go back. I didn't uninstall that. That's like one of the few PS4 games that I have loaded directly on my PS5 on the SSD because it's massive. It's like still 115
Yeah.
gigs. It's a big game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we go back, the only day I could play is Saturday. I don't have time anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Going off that, I'm become Manny now. I'm just picking at the same game over and over.
Man.
So I'm still playing Tales of Arise. I'm actually on the final level I'm about to get to the final boss, but now I'm like, all right, let me go back and finish up the side quests, get a little bit more beefy before the end, But the game's still fun. It's just weird to play a game for this fucking long. I think I've been playing now for 2 months. I'm like, I can't get antsy. Like, if I play a game for more than a month, I start getting like, I need to go on to something. But I'm sticking with it. One was at the end, good stuff. And hopefully before the year ends, I could play and finish Metroid Dread. But yeah, just Tales of Arise right now. Chris, what about you? What you've been playing?
Well, so when we did throw down your questions, that was the last session for the closed beta of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So I did that. I have like 5 hours of footage to scrub, and I just been working. So at the little breaks I take, I've been trying to finish New Game Plus on Ghost of Tsushima. I went back to that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I beat Metroid Dread before the closed beta. I played Elden Ring, and the closed beta. What I could play of it because it capped you at the castle, didn't let you go any further, and then I went back play a little bit Ghost of Tsushima.
Cool. All right. Brian, what you been playing lately?
Just the usual. Elite Dangerous every now and then, and Monster Hunter World Iceborne.
Oh.
Well, yeah, Iceborne Tech. Yeah. Basically, just helping out some people and also trying to get the large and miniature crowns of all the Elder Dragons.
Oh, good luck with that.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
man.
Oh my god!
They have a 3% chance of like being small or large, and
Jesus.
that on its own is like bad enough, but because the quest to get them, you can only get the crowns in investigations, and investigations don't always pop up for you, so you find yourself having to farm for investigations to farm for the chance to get the crown. It's like,
God.
fuck me. Yeah, I've killed Kirin like so many times now. I can just do it in my sleep, and it's just like, oh gosh. And I've
hate
only
Kirin.
just got the small crown. I haven't even got the large crown yet. So, yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
me.
those crowns are like, when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get this platinum, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, let me get this platinum. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Fuck that. All right, and Carlos, what you been playing lately?
So I sold my second PS4 Pro, the God of War edition.
Oh shit.
So I'm happy for that. I did play Halo Infinite multiplayer. I think that's the only game I've actually played this week. I'm still like 60-70% through Metroid Dread, so I still need to beat that. I need to start freaking Deathloop sometime soon because I want to finish that before the year ends.
Yeah. Play
And
that game. It's a good game.
that and Guardians. So
hell yeah, play that shit.
Yeah,
man, I need to get through these games before the Game of the Year show, man. At the end of the year,
The real Game of the Year show. The real Game of the Year show. Throwdown, baby.
I
Let's
think
go.
like February and March, April, those 3 months, it's just gonna be flooded if all these games that have been delayed
if it don't get delayed.
come out.
By the way, we didn't even
That's
talk
that
about
window.
that. Was it Pragmata got delayed? And there was another one that got delayed too. Saints Row got delayed. So yeah.
oh shit, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, so
Even the wrestling game, the WWE wrestling game that's supposed to usually they come around this time, and then they said nope, March 2020. So this will be the first, 2022, but this will be the first year that we have not received a 2K wrestling game besides Battlegrounds, but that's not the semi version. It's arcade. So
yeah. All right, man. I think that's it for Throwdown, baby. You already know. So Adam, do you have anything to plug, sir?
we should have another episode of I Am Negan, which is the Walking Dead podcast that I do with Rich Bailey Jr. and Carlos. But Carlos doesn't cover Fear, so this is for Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, that'll be with Rich and I, and we'll cover that, the latest episode. And it's good. It's a good spinoff. People need to watch that one. That's a good one. So that's it. And just a lot of content going up on the Coalition. Just got one of the other guys did a review for Battlefield, and pretty much called it trash. So there we go.
I've seen that going around.
Yeah, he was like, it's pure disappointment. And he was super hyped on it. He's like, yo, can't wait. And then I was like, yo, what do you think? You got him? Nope. Garbage.
Yeah. And also, if you're interested, you could also check out the Shang-Chi spoiler cast over on the Coalition that I was in, and Chris and Carlos and Dana and Rich and Joey, and that was the first time in history where we all agreed. It was the first time, we were all like, this movie's
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not even giving the words. Like the movie's just it's a sound. It's
It doesn't offend anyone.
I saw some people because I said my thoughts. My God, I thought the effects were fucking terrible. People were like, this movie is amazing. What are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, you're kind of proving my point about lower standards these days, bro. It's just saying. No, fucking shit. Turns Dragon Ball Z at the end. Shenlong showing up. Like, what is this?
It's the MCU fanboys. They just love everything that comes out from MCU.
Yeah, I saw something.
I did hear something. I didn't watch because I felt that it's just going to be too many spoilers. The Spider-Man trailer, but I heard that because Tom Holland was talking that they had to do all these rewrites because there was due to delays. The Doctor Strange sequel was supposed to come out before this one, so there's a big tie-in, and so that didn't happen. This Spider-Man's coming out first, so they had to go back, and even the Strange crew had to go back for like 6 weeks of reshoots.
Oh, because the Doctor Strange movie was supposed to come out first originally.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out first.
Gotcha.
And he did. So he said he's been just doing. They did a lot of that, just a lot of and picking up on little dialogue things that they said, and they're like, oh no, wait a minute. Tom Holland even said,
Adam, you're roboting again, bro.
Oh god, I don't know what's
it's Disney. They're trying to cut.
Yeah. Disney don't want you to say shit, All I'm gonna say about that Spider-Man trailer. That's another one. Everybody was getting hot side. I'm like, this looks stupid. Like, what the fuck?
It looks stupid, but I think it'll make money.
Oh, absolutely.
I think at this point it's going to be safe to say that Sony's carrying the MCU on their backs. Because Eternals was trash, Shang-Chi was like meh.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, Spider-Man is carrying the MCU.
Yeah. Although what I find funny about that trailer is you saw that one scene of the lizard getting punched by something. Like, okay, you edited something out, bro. You edited probably another Spider-Man out.
They edited out Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
And the thing is, think about it. We've seen this before. Remember when the first trailer or one of the trailers for Infinity War
Thor Ragnarok. They just edited it out.
Hulk
they covered up the fact
there.
they lost an eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And remember in the Infinity War trailer, Hulk was there in the final scene kicking ass. But in the movie, it's the Hulkbuster armor.
It's a Hulkbuster,
yeah. So
not only that, but the Infinity Stones that were in what's his name, Thanos' gauntlet.
Yeah,
it had pretty much all of them when Cap was holding the thing. Oh, by the way, since we're talking about movies, real quick,
what
Patty
Ghostbusters.
Jenkins and Ryan Johnson's projects for Star Wars are
Oh, they
are
got canceled.
Dunzo. Yep.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
done. Oh, I thought they got greenlit. Oh, thank God.
No.
Thank God.
Yeah,
man.
even
Well, Patty Jenkins is all right.
Patty, by the way, what's his?
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy. She's going to be there for another 3 years. I'm like, oh, bro, here we go.
Yeah, that's.
I have a theory about that. I have a theory.
I don't know. Can we say? Can we talk about it on air?
Well, no, I'm not gonna say anything bad.
Okay.
I just think I think they gave her the Japanese window seat. I think they're just gonna pay her to sit there. I think the buck stops with Bob Chapek, and he's the one who canceled these.
Yeah, he
projects.
is not happy. From what I understand, he is not happy with what's going on there. Good, because the fans ain't happy with Star Wars either. It's been fucking terrible.
He's a numbers guy. He just looks at merch.
Good.
He looks at merch and point of purchase. Like that's what he looks at. And he's
no
like,
one's buying the Rose Tycho dolls, man.
Nope. He's like, so fuck this, fuck your new projects. No. Get out of here.
That's it.
I just want Dave Filoni and what's his name?
Jon Favreau.
Hell yeah,
Jon
get them,
Favreau
man.
to take the helm and write this shit, man. And by the way, I made a joke on Twitter. I'm like, Ryan Johnson and Patty Jenkins were probably out because they refused to use Palpatine as the villain for the new movies.
The thing, I like Patty Jenkins though, but yeah, Ryan Johnson, that guy ruined Star Wars as far as I'm concerned. Last Jedi was fucking trash.
I don't have as much anger for him as I do Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams.
It goes to them, ultimately, because like you said with J.J. Abrams, bro, if you would have stuck with it for 3 movies, we wouldn't be in this situation, but no.
And he busted out the ultimate J.J. Abrams, which is, I'm going to start something that's going to be interesting.
And then he leaves.
And just get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they didn't get Damon Lindelof to come in and really fuck it up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Anyway, we are done here, people. So make sure you follow Throwdown on Twitch and Twitter and join the Discord and give us some news in Discord because we will probably use it on the show. And again, thank you guys for helping us with the show, especially now since your boy doesn't have as much time anymore, making that bread. By the way, shout out to anybody. I don't know how the fuck you have a full-time job and still do your hobbies because I'm like, I don't have time for shit anymore, with the commute and work. I'm like, I don't have time for nothing, shout out to you people. Adam, you do it, man. Kids too. On top of that, I don't know, man.
Adam was gonna say it's like cocaine, man.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It blows your mind.
Anyway, Throwdown podcast app, literally any podcast app on the planet. Find us there. Throwdown Show, 2 words, Throwdown Show. You can visit throwdownshow.com to listen to the past episodes on MP3 form. That's our Audio Boom page, so go check that out. And if you're on YouTube and you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and comment too, man. Even if it's bad comments, it all helps out. Anyway, links down below. Once again, I'm your host, Tony Polanco. And tonight I was joined by Carlos Romero.
Peace out.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Adam Vale.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Go watch it.
And Brian Manjoma.
Did you guys forget that Patty Jenkins directed Wonder Woman 84?
Yeah, but she did the other good one too, so I'll let her slide for now. But 84 was trash, though. I agree.
Problem is that it is the recent one that's trash. Like, if it's the first one that was trash, then okay, it's fine. But it's the recent one that's trash, so it's like a downwards trend. That's my problem.
Yeah, and you are good as your last project. So, but I'm gonna be nice to her, But I generally agree with your general sentiment.
Well, I agree with Brian because what people don't know is she didn't write the first Wonder Woman movie. As a matter of fact, it was even Zack Snyder had a lot of influence on that movie.
Interesting.
And other writers, and they had none. She wrote on 84.
Oh, no es bueno. No es
where's the
bueno.
Snyder cut?
Where's the Jenkins cut, All right, people. We'll see you on Sunday. Later.
Deuces.